Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where spec sheets meet reality, glossy brochure photos face the truth of the lens, and every new release has to prove it's more than a marketing promise. If you're new here, this is where we peel back the hype and take a real look at the cars that claim to be shaping the future. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about EVs out of China, the 2026 Geely Zeekr 07, the car that's already being hyped as a Tesla killer, a BMW chaser, and a value-packed disruptor all rolled into one. But is it really that good? Let's find out. Exterior starting with the front. The Zeekr 07 makes its presence felt before you even touch the door handle. Geely has given this car a bold, futuristic fascia that's meant to stand apart from both Western luxury EVs and more traditional sedans. There's no big fake grille like we've seen some brands attempt, but instead a sleek, aerodynamic nose that's sharpened with razor-like LED light signatures. The DRLs stretch across the width of the car with a pixelated lighting effect that feels straight out of a concept car, but it's production-ready. Down below, the air intakes are subtle but functional, channeling air where it's needed without breaking the smooth, sculpted lines. It's the kind of face that says modern, premium, and a little aggressive, not trying to be cute or understated, but not going over the top either. You can see Geely and Zeekr's confidence in this design. Swing around to the side and things get even more interesting. The 007 carries a coupe-like silhouette, with a sweeping roof line that merges into the rear in a single, fluid motion. This isn't just for looks, it's helping with aerodynamics, giving the car a slippery drag coefficient that Zeekr claims rivals or even beats Tesla's Model 3. The flush door handles pop out only when needed, and frameless windows give that extra premium touch. The proportions are spot on, with a long wheelbase and short overhangs, hinting at the EV platform underneath. Big wheels fill the arches nicely, and depending on trim you can spec it with striking aero designs or sportier alloys. What really sells the side profile, though, is the sense of flow. Nothing looks forced, nothing looks borrowed. It feels like its own thing. For a brand that's only a few years old, that's impressive. At the back, Zeekr once again leans into futuristic minimalism. The taillights are a continuous light bar that stretches across, with dynamic animations that play when you lock or unlock. There's a little kick up in the trunk lid, almost like an integrated lip spoiler, and it adds just enough sportiness without being boy racer. Down low, a clean bumper design with no fake exhausts, no clutter, just a neat diffuser element. The overall effect? A car that looks modern from every angle, one that could easily park next to a BMW i4 or Model 3 and not feel out of place. Interior. Step inside, and this is where Zeekr clearly wants to make a statement. The cabin feels like it's been designed to wow both tech enthusiasts and luxury seekers. In front of you, a massive central screen dominates the dash. It's sharp, fast, and surprisingly intuitive. Unlike some EVs that try to get away with just one screen, the 007 gives you a proper digital driver display as well, so you're not hunting through menus to see your speed or range. The steering wheel has a flat top and flat bottom design, a little futuristic but still comfortable to hold, and physical buttons are kept to a minimum without going full minimalist to the point of frustration. The materials feel genuinely premium, with soft touch surfaces, leather or eco-friendly alternatives depending on spec, and tasteful use of metal and ambient lighting. The lighting in particular is customizable and gives the cabin a lounge-like vibe at night. Space is excellent thanks to the EV platform, a flat floor, generous legroom front and back, and headroom that's surprisingly good even with that sloping roof line. The rear seats recline slightly, making longer journeys more comfortable, and the sound system, depending on trim, comes from premium suppliers and absolutely fills the cabin. The attention to detail is clear. Even the storage areas are well thought out, with wireless charging pads, big cup holders, and hidden compartments. Zeekr wants this to feel like a true premium EV, not just a budget-friendly Tesla alternative, and it shows. When it comes to performance, the numbers are more than just respectable, they're genuinely competitive. The 007 is built on Geely's advanced EV platform, which allows for multiple powertrain configurations. In standard rear-wheel drive form, you're looking at a healthy output that makes it feel quick off the line, but if you go for the dual-motor all-wheel drive version, the acceleration drops into the territory of sports sedans, with 0 to 60 times hovering in the low 3-second range. That's serious performance, the kind that gets your head pressed back into the seat and puts a grin on your face. Battery technology is another highlight. Zeekr has been pushing for cutting-edge range figures, and depending on which pack you choose, the 007 can deliver anywhere from around 350 miles up to over 500 miles on the optimistic Chinese CLTC cycle. Even adjusting to EPA standards, that's still extremely competitive. Fast charging is supported with high-voltage architecture, meaning you can go from near empty to 80% in under half an hour if you're on a capable charger. Handling is balanced, with the low center of gravity giving stability in corners. And while it's not pretending to be a track monster, it feels planted and confidence-inspiring in everyday driving. Suspension tuning strikes a good balance too, comfortable enough for daily commuting, yet firm enough to keep things tidy when you push a little harder. Now, let's talk pricing, because this is where things get really interesting. In its home market, the Zeekr 07 undercuts a Tesla Model 3 while offering more range, more tech, and arguably a more premium feel. Even when you start adding options, it remains significantly more affordable than a BMW i4 or Mercedes Zeekr. For buyers in markets where Zeekr expands, this aggressive pricing strategy could be a real game changer. If they manage to bring it globally with the same value equation, it's going to put serious pressure on established brands. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Zeekr 07 isn't just another EV trying to copy Tesla's homework. It's a well-thought-out, stylish, high-performance electric sedan that delivers on range, tech, and comfort, all while undercutting the big names on price. The design feels original, the interior feels premium, and the performance is more than enough to satisfy both casual drivers and enthusiasts. Of course, the big question is long-term reliability, charging infrastructure outside of China, and brand recognition in markets like Europe or North America. Those are hurdles Zeekr still has to clear, but purely on the merits of the car itself, the 007 is one of the most compelling electric sedans we've seen in years. And that wraps up today's review on Car Flash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Zeekr 07, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you don't miss our upcoming reviews on the hottest new cars from around the world. This has been Car Flash, where the truth about cars is always in the details, and I'll catch you in the next one.